those who are distressed. Who is distressed? Gajendra. Antargate graha gruhita pada visrushta viklishta samasta bandhu pada gajendro nitaram jagada govinda damodara madhaveti govinda damodara madhaveti govinda damodara madhaveti. The second one is actually distress was the elephant king, and Lord Krishna rescued him. Lord Narayan rescued him. He chopped up the head of the crocodile by Sudarshan Chakra. You can see the description in Gajendra Moksha Leela. Especially that particular chapter of Bhagavatam will be covering in the Bhagavatam section. Anyone will recite Gajendra Moksha Stotra will certainly remember Krishna at the time of death. Then the Jigyasu are the inquisitive personalities. Who are the inquisitive persons? We can see the inquisitive person is the sages headed by Shaunak Rishi. Recently we went to Lucknow. So Lucknow also will be opening a temple. Shri Ajit Amit Krishna Prabhu's forefathers worship one deity. But Radharani was actually was damaged, so they are putting a new Radharani because there's an old dilapidated temple. Now they have made a new temple. So there, near Lucknow is Naimisharanya. Once many sages approached Lord Brahma. They said that very dangerous Kali Yuga will come. Here we should perform austerity, which is the auspicious place to perform austerity. Lord Brahma released one chakra, and that chakra entered the ground in that place, Naimisharanya. The spokes of that chakra, they are called Nimi. So from the word Nimi, the word Naimisharanya has come. Nimisha Animisha Kshetra. Bhagavatam tells that. So they were Jigyasus. These 88,000 sages headed by Shaunak Rishi were Jigyasu. They were inquisitive as to what is the goal of persons who are suffering from the bad effects of Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, I'll see that people are committing already so many sinful activities. And then people give horrendous descriptions what will happen at the end of Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga has just begun. Only 5,000 years have started. Another 427,000 years are remaining. So Artharthi. Artharthi means those who desire wealth. Everyone in this material world wants wealth. People are always saying, God give us money, God give us our daily bread. Dhruva Maharaj wanted a kingdom like his father. As a result, he worshipped Lord Krishna, Lord Narayan, and he got his desire fulfilled. Gyanis, those who are searching for knowledge of the absolute. They are trying to understand Brahma conception, Paramatma conception, or Bhagavan conception. They are Gyanis. Especially devotees are trying to understand Bhagavan, but Gyanis are trying to understand Brahma or Paramatma. So, what kind of bhakti are they qualified for? Babaji, when they associate with saintly sadhus, the distress, their inquisitiveness, their desire for wealth, and their desire for knowledge are removed. So, Krishna Bhakti Mula hai sadhu sangha. Association with the saintly persons, I would say, is the root cause of bhakti. So, if you really want bhakti, then you should start associating with the sadhus. Sangoya sanskrute reto asassu vito diva seva sadhushu krutva nisangatva kalpate. If you associate with the non-devotees, that association will bind you. But if you associate with the devotees of Krishna, that association will liberate you. It will give you bhakti. So, when we associate with the sadhus, our distress goes away. We may be suffering so much. I remember that when I met the Guru there, so many doubts, so many mental agony, misery, vipas, samskaras, moroseness used to overwhelm me. Even when I was in America, even when I come from America, sometimes moroseness, depression used to overwhelm me. And then once I revealed to Gurudev that Gurudev, I am sometimes feeling morose. And Gurudev said, all right, it seems that there is some defect. And after that, slowly, my moroseness, my depression went away. So it is only a temporary phase. The sadhus, they can take away our distress also. Then inquisitiveness. People have many doubts also. So vidyate hridaya granthis chidyante sarva samshaya Kyant tasya karmani drushta evatmeti. So when we associate with the sadhus, our impulsiveness goes away. We come to know that um, uh, uh, Bahunam Janman Mante Jnanaman Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Mahatma Sudurlabha. So after many lifetimes, we come to know that Krishna is everything. Krishna Bhakti is everything. So if you get Bhakti, then nothing is lacking. Bhakti is Stiratara Bhagavad Syat Deve Nafalati Devya Kishora Murti Mukti Swayam Mukunitanjali Sevate Asman Dharmartha Kama Gataya Samaya Pratiksha. If we get Bhakti, then liberation will always be standing before us with folded hands. So wealth will also automatically come. No need to separately endeavor for wealth. Uh, and when we do bhakti of Krishna, automatically desire for wealth will also go away. And the desire for knowledge are also removed. Knowledge also, uh, the knowledge that is not connected to Sri Krishna, uh, then or impersonal knowledge is not very valuable. Jnane prayasamudapasane mantameva jivanti samhitam bhavadiyata stane sthita sutigatam tanuman manohi ye prayasha jita jita jita. Giving up the pursuit of impersonal knowledge. Uh, Simply offer pranams to Krishna, serve Lord Krishna with love and affection. Automatically, all the transcendental knowledge will manifest in your heart, and the desire for impersonal knowledge will go away from your heart. Mm. So, they develop faith in the unalloyed devotional service. This is very important. Shraddha. Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Kohe Sudruna Nishya. Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Kruta. If I have faith in Krishna, that faith is so powerful. What is the faith? That if I serve Krishna, automatically I have achieved everything. I got all the best result in the life if I develop a devotional attitude to Krishna. If I serve Krishna, all everyone is served. I served my forefathers. I served the rishis. I'm not indebted to demigods anymore. If I serve Krishna diligently, then they immediately become qualified for engaging in bhakti. So when you are Shraddha, when you have faith, you are qualified to engage in bhakti. What is the qualification for engaging in bhakti, devotional service? Faith. Obviously, even if without faith you do devotional service, it is still beneficial. But it will be more effective if you have faith. And the faith gradually develops, especially in the association of saintly persons, faith develops. Especially when I was in America, I started reading the lectures of Srila Gurudev on Vaishnav News Network website. And slowly reading these lectures of faith develops in Harinam or in the process or in Guru Parampara. Sometimes before meeting Guru there may be some confusion. I may have some confusion about Guru Parampara, efficacy of Guru Parampara, authenticity of Guru Parampara. Some doubts may have come. There were a lot of misinformation was being given on the internet. And especially those who fall prey to this misinformation campaign against our Guru Parampara, the family of Gaudiya Saraswat Sampradaya, then they actually become they become quite disturbed in the mind. But if you simply surrender to Gurudev, hear his lectures very carefully, read his books carefully, and not actually pay attention to any mispropaganda, misinformation campaign, which is launched by people against Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada or Gaudiya Math, then we'll be saved. So never hear criticism of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada or Gaudiya Math. That is not to be done because if you drink that poison, then very difficult to get an antidote. Fortunately, Gurudev was on the planet. He was a very strong defendant of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada's line. But now it is very difficult to find such a very strong defendant of our sampradaya, the protector of our sampradaya, the guardian of our sampradaya. Because now there are a lot of people from many institutions. They simply go to Radha Kund, they reject their bona fide guru, they lose faith in Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj or Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada and Gaudiya Math. And then they say, oh, this is nothing. Gaudiya Math is only chewing the bamboo. There is no juice. So all this type of nonsense is being propagated in the name of bhakti. So Srila Gurudev told, no, there is Siddha Pranali. My Gurudev had Siddha Pranali. And without Siddha Pranali, Sampradaya will cease to exist. He said, but Guru will reveal Siddha Pranali only for qualified persons. Those are not qualified, they can also have access to Siddha Pranali. And our Siddha Pranali is Pranadapi Sunitena Tarorapi Saishna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Pranadapi Sunichena. Become more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. Ah, giving respect to everyone else and not expecting respect in return. This is our Guru Parampara. This is our Siddha Pranali. So the prominent examples of these are Gajendra. Gajendra will see that um, everyone abandoned him. His family, his relatives, his wives, his children, his cousins, his brothers. They tried to pull him out of the lake, that gigantic lake. But when they realized that crocodile is getting stronger and stronger, because crocodile was drinking the blood of the elephant, and crocodile is generally stronger in water. So Gajendra was becoming weaker and weaker. Finally, they abandoned him. Finally, the crocodile dragged the king of elephant deep in the lake near Trikut mountain. What is Trikut mountain? The Trikut mountain had three pinnacles. One pinnacle was the golden pinnacle, other one was the silver pinnacle, and also the brass pinnacle or bronze pinnacle. So finally, Gajendra just chanted Govinda Damodara Mahadeveti, and Krishna said, "All right, he is calling my name. I must go and save him." So Atandrita Chamupati Prahita Mastam Asvikruta Pranita Mani Padukam Kirti Vismita Sakura Vahana Prishkriyam Pataga Rajam Arohata Kari Prabra Brumhite Bhagavatvarayi Namaha. So when he prayed to Bhagwan, then Bhagwan, he did not bring his wives, Sri Shakti, Bhu Shakti, Lila Shakti. Not only that, Bhagwan simply kept, he said, I have to go and save this particular devotee. He is suffering a lot. So therefore, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, he quickly came riding on the back of the Garuda. He didn't wear the shoes because that would have delayed the process of saving his devotee. He also did not put any chaddar on the back of the Garuda. He simply came and saved his devotee, Gajendra. Gajendra's story is very inspiring. And Shaunaka and other sages in Naimisharanya, they were very inquisitive. What is the solution for Kali Yuga and all? But all their inquisitiveness vanished when they associated with Suta Goswami. Suta Goswami was the son of Romaharshana Suta. Romaharshana Suta did not pay attention to Balramji or did not pay any respect to Balramji. As a result, Balram punished him. Balram terminated his life using the blade of grass. But then he installed his son, Romaharshana Suta's son, Ugra Shrava Suta. Ugra means intent, Shrava means hearing. He was very good at hearing. We should also be good at hearing. We should listen to Harikatha attentively. Without hearing Harikatha attentively, will not develop any bhakti. So if you really want to develop bhakti, it is very essential that we listen carefully. So Krishna is telling touch shrunum. Touch shrunum means just hear. Hmm. Uh, Shravanam. The first limb of devotional service is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pasevanam, Arjanam, Bandhanam, Dakshyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedan, Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu, Bhakti Chena Valakshana, Kriyate Bhagavati Adha Tanmanne Aridhanuttamam, Shravanam. So Parikshit Maharaj, he listened very carefully. And Shaunaka and great sages also listened carefully. Sharangi, Shramane, Parikshit Bhavatvaya, Sharangi means Bhagavan Sri Krishna who carries the bow called Shankar. His name is Sharangi. Sharangi Shravan Parikshita. Simply by hearing Harikatha Krishna Parikshit Maharaj got success. Vayasati Kirtani. And Shukdev Goswami has just Kirtani. No harmonium, no keyboard. He was simply speaking Harikatha without any clothes, and himself was not attached to any foods or drinks. He was only interested in Harikatha. He is the best of the Kirtaniya. So we should also be like Parikshit, attentively hear Harikatha, Bhagavad Gita, Jaiva Dharma Katha. So Shaunaka and the other rishis in Naimisharanya, Dhruva and the four Kumaras respectively. So Dhruva Maharaj was authority. He was very much attached to getting the kingdom like his father, like Uttanapad, or maybe even better than that, Swayambhu, or maybe even better than Brahma. And he really got that position, got the position higher than Lord Brahma. Because there is nothing impossible for Bhagavan. You have any material desire, you have any spiritual desire, or any desire for liberation, don't approach any other deity. Bhagavatam unequivocally tells you, don't worry. Undoubtfully, without any doubt, approach Sri Krishna. It is told very clearly that akamo sarvakamo va moksha kamo udaradhi tibrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Akamo sarvakamo va. Whether you have any desire or desire for liberation or no desire, approach Sri Krishna. So do the devotees attain liberation at all? Bharjanath is asking this question. Now, there are five kinds of liberation. Salokya, to live on the same planet as Bhagwan. Actually, Salokya, to live on the same planet as Bhagwan. For example, I went to Kolkata. In Kolkata, they said that there is one area here called Salt Lake City. It is a very prestigious area. Or if you go to Mumbai, they say Nariman Point. That is called on the road. Nariman is a very prestigious location with expensive real estate out there. Or if you say New York City, then you say Manhattan. If you have some accommodation in Manhattan, you are considered a very rich person. But imagine if you reside on the same planet as Bhagwan, how glorious you must be. So therefore, uh, that is called Salokya, to live on the same planet as Bhagwan. In that sense, now I am in Vrindavan, and I see that Mathura is the capital of Sri Krishna. Padavali says that, Yatra Khila Diguru Ambaja Sambhavopi Stambhatmana Januranu Babuva Chakradhvajam Kushala Satpadaraj Ramya Sarajyate Mathura Hari Rajdhani. This Mathura is the Rajdhani of Hari, is the capital city of Lord Hari. For example, South Africa, the capital city is Pretoria, and New Delhi is the capital of India. But about Sri Krishna, his capital city is our Mathura. So we should always meditate on Mathura. Mathura means Brajamandal. Shravane Mathura, Nayane Mathura, Vadane Mathura, Rudaye Mathura, Urato Mathura, Parato Mathura, Madhura, Madhura, Mathura, Mathura. Muktir Govinda Bhaktir Vitarna Chaturam Sachidananda Rupam Yasyam Vidya Yugalam Udayate Tarakam Parasamcha Krishnasya Lila Khanila Khala Jagannahu Virakasasate Vaikunthaja Pratishtha Pratita Mathura Mangalanam Kalapam Muktir Govinda Bhaktir Vitarna Chaturam Sachidananda Rupam. That this particular Mathura can bestow liberation on the devotees of Govinda. And simply if you stay in Mathura, then the two vrittis of Swarup Shakti, Parak Vritti and Tarak Vritti, will manifest. By Parak Vritti, you will get Krishna Prem, and Tarak Vritti will get liberation. So, Salokya means to live on the same planet as Bhagavan. There is also another type of liberation, to have the same opulence as Bhagavan. That is called Sarshti. So, same opulence as Bhagavan. Bhagavan, obviously, no one can match the Bhagavan's opulence. But a devotee who lives in Vaikuntha planet, having the Sarshti liberation, is quite rich. Nothing is lacking for him. Then there is also Samipya, to have constant association with Bhagavan. Constant association with Bhagavan. This is also one type of liberation. There are many associates of Bhagavan, like Sita Devi. She's always with Ramchandra. Lakshman is always with Ramchandra. Hanuman is always with Ramchandra. Suburi always with Ramchandra. So they are very close, like Samyukta liberation, to be in constant association with Bhagavan. Hmm. And then Sarupya to obtain bodily features similar to Bhagavan. So Bhagavan in Vaikuntha may have four arms. Then devotee also will have four arms, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. He will start looking like Bhagavan. This is called Sarupya. And Sahitya means to become one with Bhagavan. Sahitya is not very brilliant because Sahitya is two types. To merge in the bodily effulgence of Krishna, that is called Brahma Sahitya, or you can merge in Vishnu, you can merge in the body of Vishnu. That is also Vishnu Sahitya. That is also, actually, that is more condemnable than merging in the brilliance of Vishnu's body. Because, why? Because Brahma Sahitya is okay. Brahma Jyoti has no variety. It is impersonal in nature, and if you merge in Brahma Jyoti, there is not a great loss. It is a loss, but not a great loss. But if you merge in Vishnu, that's big loss. Because Vishnu has so much variety, so much sweetness, and you suddenly merge in him, then that is actually very bad. So we don't want Brahma Sahitya and Vishnu Sahitya, either way. Devotees don't want that. Kaivalyam narakayate. Like Brahma Saraswati taught to. Kaivalyam narakayate tridashapura akasha pushpayate Durdante Indriya Kala Sarva Patali Prokhat Daksayate Vishwam Purnam Sukhayate Vidhi Mahendra Dishchakitayate Yat Karunya Kataksha Vaivatanstam Gaurami Vastuma Kaivalyam Narakayate. To merge in Brahma Jyoti is like hell. Because what is the use of becoming one with Brahma Jyoti? If you become one with Brahma or you become one with Vishnu, who will relish what? One time Lord Ramchandra told Hanuman, why don't we become one? Uh, then Hanuman said, what type of liberation you are offering me? Because if I merge with you, then you are master, I am servant. This distinction will vanish. So Hanuman's reply was very famous. Bhavabandha chiddai tasya sprahayami namuktaye bhavan prabhur aham dasa iti yatra viluptate. You are the master and I am the servant. When this relationship will break, oh, then I don't want that type of liberation. I want to serve you life after lifetime. Majjanmana phalamidam madhukaita bhare mat prarthaniya madhunagraham eshaiva tad bhrutya parichara bhrutyasya bhrutya iti mam smaro kanatha. Oh Lord, lifetime to lifetime, I am your servant. My forefathers also your servants. And lifetime to lifetime, I am your servant, I am your servant, I am your servant. And this is the prayer of the devotees. They want only kainkarya. Kainkarya means, kim karomi, what should I do? Like, even higher level also there is satisfaction. For example, Manjari may tell that Padabhyayosvina tava varadasameva nanyat kadapi samaye kila devi yache sakhyayate mama namostu nityam dasayate mama rasostu satyam. That even Raghunath Das Goswami Pad is Siddha Swarup. He is telling his aspiration in the shape of Tulsi Manjari or Rati Manjari. He is telling that, oh Radharani, I want to be your maidservant. I'm offering my prostrated humble obeisances to the position of being your confidante, means your friend. I'm offering prostrated obeisances to that position. That is a higher position. I want a lower position. I want to be a speck of dust at a lotus feet. I want to be your maidservant. तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञे राधे त्वं मे मां चरणान्तिकम्. O Radharani, make me a speck of dust at the lotus feet. I am yours, I am yours, I am yours. And so much that dedication of the Manjaris is that they are telling that even if Vakarinati, when the enemy of Bakasur, Sri Krishna will shower mercy upon me. But Radharani, if you don't give me mercy, then my life is useless. Even Krishna's mercy cannot save me. I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj also used to tell like this, Krishna tava punya habe bhai, tava punya karibe jatan Radha Rani khushi habe. He told that, oh Krishna, if you help me in going on Jaladut shore of America, Boston Harbor, then, and if you save me so that I will not leave the world before I reach Boston Harbor and preach in America, if you help me, and Radharani will be happy with you because I am on a mission. What is my mission? I am collecting maid servants for Radharani. I am collecting some flowers for the worship of Radharani in the shape of maid servants, Pandadasis. And if you help me, then Radharani will bless you. Radharani will be pleased with you. Huh? Krishnava punya have bhai. You will develop pious merit. Means you are accrue some Sukriti Krishna. Huh? Krishna tava punya have bhai. Radharani khushi have. Radharani will be pleased. Also, he also trying to see Radharani. Krishna himself has expressed his desire to please Radharani. Smaradhara lakhandanam mama shirasi mandanam dehi pada pallavam udaram jwalatmai daruno madana kadananalo hartadupahita vikaram. So here you see that the Krishna himself wants to please Radharani. So our ultimate aim and objective. So bhaktas of Sri Krishna do not accept Sahityamukti at any cost because it is blatantly opposed to the principles of bhakti. One devotee was chanting Hare Krishna mantra in Bhajan Kuti. Suddenly Sahityamukti knocked on the door. Knock, knock. Hey, who's that? I'm Sahityamukti. Why I come here? I want to become your maid servant. You want to become my maid servant? Because you are chanting the name of Krishna loudly, so I become your maid servant. Don't. Oh, liberation, don't be my maid servant. Because if you become my maid servant and you start serving me, the wonderful taste I have for Harinam, the wonderful sandalwood pulp of Hare Krishna mantra, which is anointing my body, will vanish. Katvam mukti rupagatasmi bhavati kasmad Shri Krishna smarane deva bhavito dasi padam prapita दूरे तिष्ठ मनागनासि कथं कुर्यादनार्यं मयि त्वद्गन्धान्निज नाम चन्दनरसालेपस्य लोपो भवेत्. That if someone will accept liberation, then he will not be able to chant Shuddha Nam. Because bhukti mukti spruha yavat ishachirudi vartate tavad bhakti sukha syatra tatham abhyudayo bhavet. Sri Krishna charanam bhoja seva nivritta chetas Sam Esham Mokshaya Bhaktanam Kadachit Spruha Bhavet. If there are two witches, the witch of aspiration for liberation and the witch of aspiration of sense gratification, these two witches are dancing in our heart, then Bhakti, who is a very delicate young girl, how can she manifest in the heart? So first we have to abandon the desire for liberation and abandon the desire for sense gratification. The desire for impersonal liberation, Sahaja Mukti, is even worse than desire for sense gratification. Bhukti Mukti Spruha Vihina Je Bhakta. O Lord, give me association of those devotees who are neither Bhubukshu nor Mumukshu. Mumukshu means one who desires liberation, and Bhubukshu means who desires sense gratification. Bhogi. We don't want to be Bhogi, we don't want to be Tyagi, but we want to be Krishna Bhaktas, Bhakti Yogi. So here, devotees don't want liberation. Salokya, Sarthi, Samipya and Sarupya are not fully opposed to Bhakti. Salokya, Sarthi, Sarupya, Samipya and Sarupya are not fully opposed to Bhakti, but they still retain some adverse elements. The Bhaktas of Krishna also completely reject these four kinds of liberation that are manifested in Shri Narayan's abode. So, unalloyed devotees of Sri Krishna, they don't even want Sarupya liberation in the abode of Narayan in Vaikuntha. They are telling that we want only Sir Krishna. Dhyanatitam kimipi paramam yetu jananti tattvam eshamastam hridaya kuhre shuddha chanmatramatma asmakam tu prakriti lahari Smera Vaktrar Vindo Megashama Kanakaparidhi Pankajaksho Yamatma. Oh, there may be some people meditating on Paramatma in the heart, and they might get liberation through that process of meditating on Paramatma, Puram Vishnu form situated in the heart. But we are interested in the seeing that beautiful form of Sri Krishna who has borne the garment of the West, who is blue complexion. Therefore, devotees only want to see beautiful Sri Krishna. They only want to see Sri Krishna very charming, and he is very attractive. Kasturi tilakam lalat patale vachasthale kaustubam nasagre varamostikam daratale ukkare kancharam samange harichandram slalidam bhareja muktavali wo pasturi parimeshito vijayatini Gopala. They want to see the first jewel of our bodies who is having garment over the waist, who is playing the flute. They want to see Krishna surrounded by the gopis, especially Radharani. So that is the aspiration of the devotees. So the Bhakta of Krishna also completely reject four kinds of manifestation. In some circumstances, these forms of liberation provide comfort and opulences, whereas in their mature stages, they guide one towards Prem Bhakti. So these four types of liberation provide some comforts and opulences. But in the mature stage, they guide one to the Prema Bhakti. If their ultimate result is only comfort and opulence, Bhakta should simply reject them. What to speak of liberation, even Narayan Prasad does not appeal to the unalloyed bhaktas of Sri Krishna. So let's see that Narayan wants to give mercy. Suppose Narayan comes to you and like one time one Didi, I think, into Munam Didi. She is very, once upon a time she was very rich. She was and her husband, so Somnathji, was the trustee of Delhi. And she once asked Gurudev that Gurudev, how do we know we are making progress? And Srila Gurudev said, you want to know how we are making progress or not? Is there any barometer? Like for example, to measure the fat content of milk, we have a lactometer. And to measure the atmospheric pressure, we have barometer. To measure the temperature, the thermometer. To measure maybe the height, altimeter, whatever it is. To measure current, we have ammeter. We to measure the voltage, we have voltmeter. But is there any meter or any measurement large stick to measure our advancement in bhakti? Then Srila Gurudev said there is some large stick. I will tell you that right now, Punam Didi, my daughter Punam, I will take you right now to abode of Vaikuntha, and you can be like Garuda or Lakshmi there. Would you want that position? She said no. He said, how about I'll take you to Rama's planet and you can be like Hanuman or like Sita, or maybe maid servant of Sita, because you cannot become Sita, but like maid servant of Sita. Then she said no. How about if I take you to Dwarka and make you maid servant of Rukmini and Satyavata? Oh, I don't want. He said, how about if I take you to Golak Vrindavan and you become like Subal Dham, Vasudham, Sto, Krishna, Brahma, Kukil, some Priya Naram Sakha of Krishna? Oh no, I don't want that. He said, how about if I make you Sakhi of Radharani, like Lalita Vishakha or someone like that? Oh no, I don't want that. How about I make you maid servant of some gopi who is opposed to Radharani's mood, like Chandravali? Oh no, 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 I don't want that, she said. All right, if I make you like maid servant of Radharani, like Roop Manjari, Rati Manjari, Lavang Manjari. Oh, she said, yes, 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 I want that. So Gurudev said that you have made some progress. Because if before meeting me, if I would have told you that you can become associate of Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha, immediately you would have said, yes, yes, I want that. But because after meeting me, I have given you enough impressions that in not only this lifetime, but any future lifetime also, you'll never, never and never want to be anything other than Palladasi of Radharani. Palyadasi Kari Lalita Sundari. So that is what we aspiration is that when I will become Palyadasi of Radharani and our Lalita Devi will offer me at the lotus feet of Radharani. So now why I am saying this that the very exalted aim and object of the devotees of Krishna, especially those who are siding with Radharani, their objective is so lofty that no other objective can attract. And this is the progress. Means ascertaining the goal of life. If you are able to ascertain the goal of life, what is the aim and object of your sadhan bhajan, then you are really doing sadhan bhajan. So this book will further tell that. Buddhi satya bhave sadhya bhavasa sadhana vida nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatyam mrudi sadhyata. Your sadhan bhajan is not really sadhan bhajan. If you are aspiring to, you want economic development or sense gratification or liberation. And really, you have to know what is the goal of my life. So, if you know the goal of life, then if you are chanting Hare Krishna mantra with the aim and object of attaining that goal, then only it is called sadhana. So, is it only those who are born in Aryan families and who follow the regulations of Varnashram who are eligible to engage in bhakti? Babaji is telling the entire human race is qualified to attain eligibility for it. Like a lot of time, people think like that Western devotees not qualified for bhakti or they cannot make progress. Or some people say that you have to be born in Hindu family. Some people say that you have to be born in Vaishnava family or Brahmin family. Nothing like that. Because everyone has eligibility to execute bhakti. An example is given that you are supposed to take bath in Ganges for purification. Which month is very good for taking bath in Ganges? That is called Magha Mas. Cold winter season in the month of January. Very cold. Now, who is allowed to take bath in Ganges? Anyone can go and take bath in Ganges. India doesn't restrict anyone from taking bath in Ganga. Suppose you come to India and you are, say, American national or Chinese national or Japanese national. Will anyone stop you from taking bath in Ganga? No one can stop you. Ganga is for everyone. Ganga is for everyone. So anyone will take bath in the Ganga will be purified. So like that, anyone who practices devotional service will be purified. So there is no eligibility for bhakti. There is eligibility for jnana. There is eligibility for karma. I will give an example. That suppose I was working for say Fortune 500 companies, say Walt Disney or Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, all these companies. But now if I apply for job there, they say no, Maharaj, you are 56 years and we don't need you because very soon you will be retired. So although previously 30 years ago I was working for these companies, they will not allow me to work anymore. So karma or fitty activities has limitation. Gyan is also a limitation. Knowledge also. Suppose I studied MTech from IIT Kharagpur, but if I again apply for IIT Kharagpur admission, they'll reject me because they said now you have forgotten many of the concepts, differential calculus, integral calculus, these, that, kinematics, dynamics. So now you are not eligible to take admission in your institutions. So Gyan also a limitation. Even mundane knowledge has some limitation. But Bhakti, when I was 10-year-old, I was allowed to chant Ram Nam. And I was indeed chanting Ram Nam. And then also when I was 20, I could chant Ram Nam. When I'm 30, I'm chanting Ram Nam. Now I'm 56, 57, I can chant Ram Nam, Krishna Nam, Narayan Nam. And also even when I'll be about near death, I can chant Ram Nam, Krishna Nam. So there is no eligibility for bhakti. How about birth? Birth means, suppose someone is born in a dog eater family. Dog eater family means they cook dogs. Now, that is called chandal. But such a person also can chant Harinam. Oh, Bodhasya Pachota Galiyan Yajivagre Vartate Namatubhyam Jo Sakarya Brahmanu Grandhiyate. That person, even if he is born in a dog family, is certainly glorious if we chant the names of Sri Krishna. But a person who is born in a twice born family, A high-class Brahmin family, aristocratic family, is not glorious if it doesn't chant the name of Krishna. So our aim and object should be that we should try to always chant the name of Sri Krishna. Ah. Irrespective of what birth we have taken, whether we are born in family, whether we are legitimate son, illegitimate son, whether we are high rank, poor, whether we are criminal, whatever background we may have, sinner, murderer, drunkard, whoremonger, and whatever it is, doesn't matter. Drug addict, whatever it is, bhakti is for everyone. Bhakti purifies everyone. Hmm. Because bhakti is so powerful that it has the ability to purify anyone and everyone. Atyam hantyadang tulasi steyam chatoyam pado naivedyam bahumadhyapana duritam kurvangana sangajam shishadhi namati sthiti harijanai tatsangajam kilvisham shalagrama shila nrsinga mahima kopesha lokottara hatyam hanti. Hmm? Suppose you have a Shaligram Shila, especially nursing a Shaligram Shila, and you offer Tulsi leaf, wash it nicely and offer it to nursing a Shaligram Shila, and eat that Tulsi leaf. Just chew it nicely, honor it. And immediately the scene of murder will also go away. Hatyam hansi ad angri tulasi, steyam cha toyam pado. Suppose you have committed theft, you simply take the foot bath water of that Shaligram Shila, the scene of theft will also go away. Naivedyam bhav madhyapana duritam. Hmm? Suppose someone is a big drunkard. Drinking is actually a very bad habit. Many people are addicted. But if they take the Mahaprasad of Shaligram Shila, nursing Shaligram Shila, then they will become free from the sin of drinking liquor. And the hellish punishment they're going to get because of drinking liquor will also go away simply because a person will chant Hare Krishna mantra and honor the Mahaprasad of nothing Shaligram Shila. So many sins will go away simply by serving the deity of Krishna or nursing a Shaligram Shila. So in that case, it seems that people who are situated in Varnashram have to follow two sets of duties: the regulations of Varnashram and the rules of Shuddha. So obviously, you have to follow Varnashram Dharma. What is Varnashram Dharma? Like suppose today one devotee came to me and his wife is sick. So she has some gallbladder stones. So he's now worried. He's showing his wife to doctor. Sir is also small, third standard like that. So he's following Varnashram Dharma. He's taking care of his wife and his son. This is the dharma of a grahastha. What is the dharma of a brahmachari? Some brahmachari may be serving Gurudev, washing his clothes, filling his bag, cleaning his room, going to the market, purchasing whatever the Gurudev has ordered. So brahmachari can be serving like that. So that brahmachari is also following the Varnashram Dharma. And then also sannyasi is preaching the message of Krishna consciousness and chanting Hare Krishna mantra, observing celibacy. He's following his dharma. This is Varnashram Dharma. But how long to follow Varnashram Dharma? Whereas those who situated outside Varnashram have only one duty, which is to follow the limbs of bhakti. It means that people situated in Varnashram have to endeavor more because they have to follow both the material regulations and the spiritual regulations. Why is this? A bhakta is qualified for Siddha Bhakti may be situated in Varnashram, but his only duty is to follow the Anga of Bhakti. So tavat karmani kurvita nirvadyata yavata mat katha shana dava shraddha yavanna jayate. For example, I was working in an IT company. I was making some money, and with that money, I was taking care of my family, this, that, some relatives, this, that, and also my own maintenance. But I heard some Harikatha of Vaishnavas. As a result, I developed a dislike for that job of making money, simply making money. And I started associating more with the devotees and eventually took initiation and thought brahmachari cloth and sannyas and all that stuff. How this happened? This is by the association of the devotees. Before hearing Harikatha or before developing taste for Harikatha, before maturity, if I would have abandoned my Wall Street job or my software job, then I would have gone cuckoo, mad, understand? But after that, I have developed some taste for Harikatha or Harinam Sankirtan, and now I don't feel so much difficulty that I abandoned that lucrative job, high paying. Understand? It means that the taste has to be developed. If you have developed a taste for chanting, if you have developed a taste for Harikatha, service to Guru Vaishnavas, then whatever service you, Guru and Vaishnavas will engage you, then you will not feel remorse. I have abandoned this, I have abandoned that, I abandoned my beautiful wife, my job, and all. So till that stage comes, keep on following your duty. And one particular day, you cannot remain in family life. For example, Srila Gurudev had a wonderful family. He had a good job also. He from aristocratic family, Brahmin family. But in a moment, he abandoned everything because he developed a taste for Harinam and he realized the importance of human form. Now, let's not think that Gurudev is Sadhu Siddha. He is the eternal associate of Krishna. It is the Parikar. But he exhibited this past, right? So, qualified bhakta is by his very nature not inclined to neglect prescribed duties. Hmm. Suppose some devotee is there. He is a very high class devotee, but he will not neglect his wife or mother or father. Because he will externally keep on performing the duties to his wife, to his mother and father externally. Because he said, this is my duty. But internally, he will be connected to Krishna. It may seem that a devotee is also serving his wife and children, and non-devotee is also serving his wife and children. So, what is the difference? The difference is the devotee will look upon his wife as a maid servant of Krishna. He will look upon his sons as the sons of Sri Krishna or his cowherd boys. And the devotee will look upon his mother and father like Nanda and Yashoda. And with that mood, he will serve his relatives. So outlook has changed. So if in spite of this, he accidentally commits some sinful activities, a qualified bhakta will not perform forbidden activities also. A qualified bhakta who is even in material life, he will not steal or speak false and dupe others, cheat others. He will not do that. Naturally, he will not do that. Because the power of bhakti is so strong that Bhakti Devi will forbid him from cheating others or committing sinful activities. But in spite of this, he accidentally commits some sinful activity. He does not have to perform the penances that are prescribed in the rules governing karma. So, prayaschittani chirani narayana parangmukham na nishpunanti rajendra sura kumbha ivapagam. Suppose there is a pot. In that pot you put liquor. Liquor, different types of liquors are there. You know that, right? Whiskey, rum, and all that. So, vodka and all, depending on what country you are in. All these are liquors. They're called spirits. Spirits, actually, if you place in any pot, then that pot becomes contaminated. And when that pot is contaminated, um, then even if you wash that pot in which spirits were kept, liquor, alcohol was kept, then that pot is not pure. It doesn't become pure by whatever method you try. So any amount of atonements if you do, because you see that in Christianity also there is confessions and confession is there and they confess to the priest and also there are atonements also given like Chandrayana Vrata. Chandrayana Vrata is one type of atonement for sin that for 15 days you eat only one morsel of food every day. One morsel of food, second day in the lunar cycle, two morsels, then three morsels, then four morsels, then 15 morsels, then reducing again, 14 morsels, then again 13, and then two, and then one. So one entire month you have to, tie your hands behind you and lower your head like a animal and eat from the leaflet or not even leaflet from the floor. Some havishanna like moong dal and some millet and only one morsel or two morsels or three morsels depending on what day, what is the size of the crescent moon in the sky. So that is a very, very difficult atonement. There is Atikrucha Vrata, Krucha Vrata, Chandrayana Vrata. But devotees, he has unknowingly performed any sinful activity. accidentally he has committed any sinful activity, then oh, then Harinam will suffice. That in Ajamil Upakhyan it is explained that by chanting Harinam is a one can atone for all the sins. But then again, the seventh offense will come in picture if we commit sinful activities purposefully and then we chant Harinam. So Namno Balati Yasya Papa Buddhir Na Vidyatasya Yameri Shuddhi. So therefore, we should not commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name. But rather we should be very careful that we don't commit sinful activities. But no atonement is prescribed for accidental sinful activity happening from the hand of a devotee. When bhakti resides in the heart, since that bhaktas commits by chance do not create a lasting impression. Because bhakti is present, sins that we commit, devotees commit, don't create a lasting impression. Because the devotee is absorbed in some aspect of devotional service, either be chanting or hearing Harikatha or worshipping the deity, offering obeisances to the deity, serving the deity, deity's lotus feet, and massaging the lotus feet of the deity, or becoming like the servant of the deity. So when the devotee is engaging in the 9 limbs or 5 limbs or 64 limbs of devotional service, as a result, what happens that because the devotee is so absorbed in bhakti that the impressions of sinful activities don't make permanent impact on the heart. So when bhakti resides in the heart, sins that the bhaktas commit by chance do not create a lasting impression, and they are destroyed very easily and quickly. Because of the power of the bhakti, the heart is always pure. So sins can be destroyed very quickly and easily. That is why bhaktas do not need to perform any separate penance. Now, Brajanath, how can a qualified bhakta repay his debts to the devatas and others? Babaji, it is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam that those who are under the shelter of Bhagwan are not indebted to anyone. So actually, we are indebted, and many times we see that some there is one Dhinendra Krishna Shastri. He actually people come to him that my daughter is having this ailment, her feet are not working, and she's unable to walk, she's unable to speak from birth, or she's mentally retarded from childhood. And then what is happening? Then he will tell that you stop worshipping the deity of your family, Durga or whatever it is, or he will tell that some Pitru dosh has come. Your forefathers are not happy with you, so you do this. And he will tell some upay also. There in the Krishna Shastra. But we certainly have 3 debts. We are indebted to your forefathers, and if forefathers are not satisfied, they cause some defects to the children. And we went actually once to Trambakeshwar. Trambakeshwar is where Shivalinga there, and there, very powerful place. But today there was an attempt by some Muslims to offer sadar there to the Shivalinga. So they were intruding on Hindu place of pilgrimage, and they were promptly arrested, and some strict action will be taken. But in Trambakeshwar, the priest was telling that to liberate your forefathers and to pacify your forefathers who are angry with you, are not taken care, you have to do a very long process of Narayan Bali. But devotees, one devotee even did Narayan Bali, but his father was still lingering. His father's soul was lingering in the house. But when Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhav Goswami Maharaj, Shri Anirudh Prabhuji's Gurudev told him to chant Hare Krishna mantra along with his wife at home, then his father, who was lingering at home, whose soul was still lingering at home, was liberated, and his father never came home again. Understand? So we can liberate our forefathers. We can give them a good destination by doing kirtan or by following Ekadashi or by reciting Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, so like this. So it is very important that we very strongly study this Jaiva Dharma. Devarshi Bhutatam Nrunam Pitrunam Nayam Kinkarodanim Chiragan Sarvatmanaya Sharanam Sharanyam Yato Mukundam Parivritti Kartam. Also, the point is that when I saw that the process of Narayan Bali at Trambakeshwar, near Nasik, where I think the Godavari emanates, I saw that that process was very expensive because the priest was charging anywhere between 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, even up to 1 lakh rupees. And but Harinam Sankirtan is penniless. Even a poor man just simply can clap in the kirtan, and one person will chant Hare Krishna, other will repeat in the same tune. So it is easy and it is more effective. So how can a qualified bhakta repay his debts to the devatas and others? It is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam that those who are under the shelter of Bhagavan are not indebted to anyone. Devarshi bhutap nirunam mitranam nayam kinkaru radinche rajan sarvatmanaya sharanam gato mukundam parivritta kartam. So we'll stop here today. This is a page number 443. So I will quickly send message to Vishakha Didi, so she will propagate that. 443. We are stopping at that, and now we'll start our Bhagavatam class. As promised, that 1 hour we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, because Srimad Bhagavatam is also a very important book, and one of the most important books. And today we'll start the introduction to the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Sandra, I'm sorry, before we go on to Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a question in Java Dharma. It's in the question box. Somebody asked. Thank you much.
So here I am seeing that in call messages. Can you please again say the Mathura Rajdhani Shloka and tell the Shloka number? This is actually from Akarsh Chaturvedi ji asking that. Dandavat Pranam Maharaj and assembled devotees. Xavier Del Carpio is sending this message. So Akash Chaturvedi, I hope is still there online. And yeah, thank you for asking this good question. And this is a shloka quoted in Padyavali. And Rupa Goswami quotes this verse. I don't know the author of this verse, because Padyavali is an anthology of poems. Means it is a collection of poems. It's a garland of poems, and not essentially all the shlokas in that particular book are compiled are written by Rupa Goswami. He has simply compiled them. So in that one he says, Yatra Khiladi Guru Ambuja Sambhavupi Stambatmana Chandranas Prayam Babuva Chakra Dhwajankushana Sat Padarajiramya Sarajitedya Mathura Rajdhani. So I will say exact verse number in our Deva Dharma group today after the class, and I will quote that verse also. So rest assured with translation. So no problem. And so we'll start this Srimad Bhagavatam class. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. बहुत समय पहले कलयुग के प्रारंभ में नैमिषारण्य में शौनकादि विप्र ऋषियों ने वैकुंठ लोक की प्राप्ति की कामना से 1000 वर्षों में पूर्ण होने वाले यज्ञ का अनुष्ठान आरंभ किया था. Now, this is a very long Hindi sentence. I will explain to you the meaning of each word in this. A long time ago, at the beginning of the Kali Yuga. The Kali Yuga has begun since 5,000 years. And right at the beginning of the Kali Yuga, means about 5,000 years ago, in the place called Naimisharanya, the forest called Naimish forest, there were high-class Brahmin sages headed by Shaunaka. And they had one aspiration. The sages wanted to ascend to the Vaikuntha planet. Um, so they performed a very long drawn fire sacrifice, which was lasting for 1,000 years. 1,000 years. Now that's a long sacrifice. Like every morning in Ranganath Gaudiya Mat Shripa Dandi Maharaj performs Agnihotra. That lasts maybe anywhere between 10 minutes to 20 minutes. Sometimes, if it's bigger, maybe half an hour. But to have continuous 1,000 years यज्ञ, that is really really great. So, एक दिन प्रातःकाल जब वो अपना दैनिक होम समाप्त कर चुके थे, उस समय रोमहर्षण के पुत्र महाभागवत उपश्रवासुर वहां उपस्थित हुए. So one day morning, when they had performed their daily agnihotra, they had performed daily agnihotra, दैनिक home. So maybe it was 8-hour period, or maybe from sunrise to sunset. I don't think in night time they perform sacrifice. It is only till sunset. Like Shripa Dandi Maharaj performs at the sunrise sometime and also at the sunset. But definitely in the morning, at sunrise time. That is very good time. But after night time, I don't think any sacrifice is performed in night time. From there, Romaharshana. Who's Romaharshana? There's a footnote out here. He was the father of Ugra Shrava Sutta. Ugra means intense and Shrava means hearing. One who is nicely hearing Harikatha, his name is Ugra Shrava Sutta. He was the speaker of Puranas. And तथा श्री बलदेव प्रभु के द्वारा इनका वध किया गया. Once Balram Prabhu came there and Romaharshana Sutta did not get it from his Vyasasana. Because he was thinking that I am speaking some Puranas. So I didn't get up for Balramji. But Balramji is Akhanda Guru Tattva. This is actually one warning for us. That if our Gurudev comes, even if we are doing Archa or giving Bhagavatam class, we should pay respect to him. And even I heard that if you are doing Archana of the deity, if your Diksha Guru comes, not Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru comes especially, or Shiksha Guru is as advanced as Diksha Guru, then that's different thing. But especially Diksha Guru comes, you should immediately stop the Archan, hold your hands and tell Gurudev, Gurudev, my pranams to you. I am performing Archan of Radha Krishna. Shall I carry on? And then Gurudev will tell, all right, go ahead. Then you should carry on, taking his permission. That is, otherwise you are committing offense to your Guru. So what to speak of the Guru of all Gurus, Balram Prabhu, who he came in the assembly and he did not even get up from the Vyasasana. So as a result, Balramji became angry and using one blade of grass, he killed Romaharshana Sutta. So Romaharshana Sutta, his son was a Mahabhagat. His name was Ugra Shrava Sutta. उन्हें देखकर ऋषियों ने उनका यथायोग्य सत्कार किया तथा आदर सहित उनसे जीवन के परम कल्याण और श्री कृष्ण के विषय में कथाओं का कीर्तन करने का अनुरोध किया. So before I translate this sentence, I request Anand Mohan Prabhu, if he is around, do some small kirtan, Mahamantra kirtan. I hope he is still there.
Ananda Mohan Prabhu.
Or anyone
Hare
can do.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Anand Prabhu. So उन्हें देखकर ऋषियों ने यथायोग्य सत्कार किया. Now who came there? Now, these just see that Shaunak and other sages, they are performing fire sacrifice for long time. But out of their good fortune, because their Sukruti had matured, their pious merit had matured, a very great Mahabhagavat came in there between them. When a Mahabhagavat came, what the sages did, they greeted him and with great respect, they inquired from him, what is the uh, greatest auspiciousness for a living entity? What is the greatest auspiciousness? And they asked questions about Sri Krishna. That please tell us the pastimes of Sri Krishna. Please recite the pastimes of Sri Krishna. We want to hear them. तो तब सर्वप्रथम श्री सूत गोस्वामी ने अपने गुरु परमहंस कुल चूड़ामणि श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी को प्रणाम किया. Now Suta Goswami's guru is who? His guru is Shukdev Goswami. Who is Sri Shukdev Goswami? He is the Paramahansa Kula Chudamani, crest jewel of liberated persons. Paramahansa. Paramahansa means topmost swan-like devotees. And he offered pranams to Shukdev Goswami because Shukdev Goswami had spoken Bhagavad Katha to Parishit Maharaj. In that assembly, Suta Goswami was present. So I think this is Bhagavad Parampara. Bhagavad Parampara means that we hear Bhagavatam in the disciplined succession. This is called Bhagavad Parampara. And we follow both Pancharatrik Parampara and Bhagavad Parampara. But in Bhagavad Parampara, for example, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the guru of Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj. Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj may be initiated by someone else, but he accepted Bhaktivinoda Thakur as his Shiksha Guru. And also you'll see that Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. In Pancharatrik Parampara, Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur is initiated by Bipin Bihari Goswami. But in Bhagavad Parampara, he is taking instructions from Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. So although his initiating guru was Bipin Bihari Goswami, but Bipin Bihari Goswami was not as advanced as Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, realizing this fact, accepted Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj as Shiksha Guru, and that is he is included in Bhagavad Parampara. So on the altar, you'll see the picture of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, but you'll not see the picture of Bipin Bihari Goswami. So Bhagavad Parampara takes precedence. So here in Bhagavad Parampara, Shri Sutta Goswami is taking instructions from Shri Shukdev Goswami. So it is also important that we speak Bhagavad Katha, that we first offer pranams to our Gurudev. Prathamam tu gurum pujyam tatashyava mamarchanam kurvan hi siddhem amapnoti anyatha nishkula bhavet. First you must remember your Guru. Otherwise your worship of Krishna will be futile. Apada mauli paryantam gurunam akrutim smaret te vignani vinashyanti siddhantash manoratha. Apada mauli paryantam gurunam akrutim smaret. Remember the beautiful figure of your Guru Maharaj from the feet to from toe to head. Then all your desires will be fulfilled. फिर ऋषियों के भगवान श्री हरि विषय पूर्वोक्त प्रश्न की प्रशंसा करके प्रथमतः श्री विष्णु के विराट आदि बहुत से अवतारों की कथा का वर्णन किया. And Sutta Goswami congratulated these Shaunak and other sages because he told the 88,000 sages headed by Shaunak Rishi that your inquiries are beneficial for the whole world because you are not asking the mundane topics, but you are rather asking the topics about Lord Vishnu. And inquiry about Lord Vishnu and hearing the replies to the answer to the questions about Lord Vishnu is very good. The speaker is purified. Now the speaker who speaks about Vishnu is purified. The listener is purified. One who asks the question is also purified. Certainly, listener is not as great as one who's asking questions, and the one who's asking question is not as great as one who's answering the questions. So those who are who is the greatest? The greatest is Sutta Goswami in this assembly because he is answering the questions. But who is little lower than Sutta Goswami? Shaunak Rishi. He is little lower because he is asking questions. And those are listening, the sages are little lower than Shaunak and other sages. But all three are glorious. Those are listening the reply, those are asking the question, and those are answering the question. All three are glorious. because the topic of discussion is Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. If the topic was sense gratification, material sense gratification, because I studied in IIT and engineering college, and many questions were asked, and many answers were given, and we all used to listen to the question and answer session. But all those questions pertain to the mundane topics, that how to optimize this particular resource, how to schedule this particular task, so that we will be able to produce maximum amount of we are able to get a maximum amount of production in the factory with least cost. So cost analysis, this analysis, resource analysis. But all these questions and all the answers were mundane. They pertain to the mundane profit and gain. But here the questions and answers that are going on, they are transcendental. So first he spoke about many incarnations of Sri Vishnu as Virat, Virat avatar. Virat is also one type of manifestation of Vishnu, where Virat means the universal form of the Lord. Srila Bhakti Maharaj, once he was meditating on Virat form of the Lord, gigantic form. uh, Means his body encompassing so many planetary systems. And as which is described in the 11th canto of 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Vishwarup Darshan, Vishwarup form he was meditating on. And suddenly what happened that he saw Vishwarup form right before his eyes. And he said, I must offer something to Vishwarup form. Then, with all his clothes on, he jumped in a lake nearby and he swam to the middle of the lake and plucked some lotuses from the which were on the surface of the lake. He saw some poisonous snakes, waterborne snake bears also. But those snakes also didn't bother him, and he didn't bother the snakes because snakes also understood that he's on a higher mission. He had not jumped for his own selfish interest, but rather he had jumped for serving the higher deity of Virat Swarup or Vishwarup Swarup. And then Sridhar Maharaj came with those lotuses and he offered to the lotus feet of Vishwarup form, and then Vishwarup vision disappeared. So that particular day, Sridhar Maharaj had darshan of Vishwarup form, the universal form of the Supreme Lord. So that Virat Roop or Vishwarup form is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. And Sutta Goswami described that to the 88,000 sages headed by Shaunak Rishi. फिर उन्होंने निखिल वेदों पुराणों और इतिहासों के साथ श्रीमद् भागवत की रचना के संबंध में कहा. So what is Srimad Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all the Vedas, Puranas and all the histories. इस श्रीमद् भागवत को सर्वप्रथम श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी ने श्री व्यासदेव के निकट अध्ययन किया था. So first, Sri Shukdev Goswami studied this Bhagavatam diligently at the lotus feet of his father and spiritual master, Sri Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is incarnation of Krishna, and Sri Shukdev Goswami, he is actually the parrot of Radharani. So the parrot of Radharani heard Bhagavatam from Sri Vyasadeva, who is Krishna's incarnation. फिर जब गंगा के तट पर अनशन के लिए बैठे सुश्रूषा में रत महाराज परीक्षित को श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी ने इस श्रीमद् भागवत श्रवण कराया था. उस समय मैंने भी उनके मुख से इस ग्रंथ का श्रवण किया. So you see that the first sitting of Srimad Bhagavatam is when the first sitting of Bhagavatam is when Shri Vyasadeva narrated Bhagavatam to Shukdev Goswami. And the second sitting is where Shukdev Goswami is speaking Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. That time when Shukdev Goswami is speaking Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, this great sage Ugrashrava Sutta, he went there and he attended that class. He attended that class. When he attended the class, Parikshit Maharaj sat on hunger strike. Anshan. Anshan means hunger strike. What is hunger strike? I will not eat any food till the end of my life. This is for Anshan. This is called fast unto death. Obviously, Parikshit Maharaj has no death because he is a very exalted person. But he sat on the bank of the Ganges, Ganga river. And Shukdev Goswami came to him and narrated to him Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Parikshit had taken a vow that I will not drink anything or eat anything till my last breath. So last 7 days he didn't eat anything, he didn't drink anything. So Shukdev Goswami came to him and narrated to him Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Parikshit had taken a vow that I will not drink anything or eat anything till my last 7 days he didn't eat anything, he didn't drink anything. So last 7 days he didn't eat anything. He on hunger strike also prior. So, but in India also people do hunger strike, but there are some political agenda. But here, she Parishit Maharaj had natural renunciation, and he is not having a taste for foodstuffs or drinks. He simply wants to hear Harikatha, and the 7 days of his life he wants to make them successful. So उस समय मैंने भी उनके श्रीमुख से इस ग्रंथ का श्रवण किया था. So when Parikshit Maharaj heard Bhagavad Katha from Sukadeva Goswami, I also heard Bhagavad Katha. So both Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami are like God brothers because they heard Hari Katha, Bhagavad Katha at the same time from Sukadeva Goswami. मैंने जो कुछ श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी से श्रवण किया है, अब वही आपके समक्ष यथायथ वर्णन कर रहा हूँ. So when Parikshit Maharaj was hearing Bhagavad Gita, what I heard from Sukadeva Goswami, the same thing means in toto, totally adhering to what I heard. I'll explain to you as it is, without any adulteration. This is what Sukadeva Goswami is assuring them. So that is also very good. If you don't get a chance to hear Harikatha from Sukadeva Goswami, then anyone who's in a disciple succession, maybe it is our Guru Maharaj or Shipadati Maharaj or Shanirudh Prabhuji, it is as good as hearing from Sukadeva Goswami. We should not have any doubt about that. It is as good. So मैंने जो कुछ श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी से श्रवण किया है, अब वही आपके समक्ष यथायथ वर्णन कर रहे हैं. This is also our duty. We hear a lot of Harikatha, but we should also be kind to others and speak that Harikatha to others. Those who don't know, repeat it verbatim. As per our intelligence, whatever we remember, we should speak the Harikatha to others. This is the greatest mercy. यह सुनकर ऋषियों ने श्री शुक और श्री व्यास के वृत्तांतों को जानने की इच्छा की. So then the sages they had a desire. What happened between Sri Shukadeva Goswami and Sri Vyasadeva? Please tell us the what Harikatha Sri Vyasadeva spoke to Sri Shukadeva Goswami. तब श्री सुत गोस्वामी व्यासदेव के विषय में वर्णन करने लगे. सुत गोस्वामी began to speak about व्यासदेव. महर्षि पराशर के औरस में उपरिचर वसु की कन्या सत्यवती के गर्भ में श्री हरि के अंश श्री व्यासदेव ने जन्म ग्रहण किया. So he is telling that Srila Gurudev is telling that Vyasadeva is born as the son of Maharshi Parashar. There was actually one girl by the name Satyavati. She was the daughter of Uparichara Vasu. Upari means above. Chara means to wander. One who wanders above in a higher planetary system, that's called Uparichara Vasu. Uparichara Vasu had a wonderful daughter by the name Satyavati. And Parashar wanted to beget a child in her womb. So by Satyavati's permission, he begot a child in her womb. And that child was none other than Shri Vyasadeva, was incarnation of Shri Hari. एक दिन श्री व्यासदेव सूर्य के उपरांत सरस्वती नदी के जल में स्नान समाप्त कर बद्रिकाश्रम में एकांत स्थान में अकेले बैठकर अप्रसन्न मन से इस प्रकार चिंता कर. So it was sunrise time and the master was he took bath in Saraswati river. Saraswati is invisible river, but that time it was visible. So he took bath in the Saraswati river, and he was sitting in Badrikashram, Himalayas, alone. But he was not very happy. क्या करने से समस्त जीवों का मंगल हो सकता है? He was pondering. What should I do? All the living entities will attain all business. 4 वेद पुराण और महाभारत के इतिहास की रचना करने पर भी मुझे आत्म he had compiled Puranas and great histories of the mankind like Mahabharata and all. But he was not happy. He was not नहीं कर पाने क्या मेरी अभी तक पसंद है. So वैसे तो सारे happy. Have I not made the liberated Vaishnavas happy? The Vaishnavas who are interested only in Harinam Kirtan. Have I not served them? Have I not served the Vaishnavas who are engaged in Bhagavad Dharma, the path of devotional service? जब श्री व्यासदेव इस प्रकार की चिंता से दुखित हो रहे थे, उस समय उनके गुरुदेव देवर्षि श्री नारद सहसा उनके सम्मुख आ पहुंचे. So Vyasdev was very much worried that I wrote Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, and everything, all the scriptures, but I am still not feeling the happiness in my heart. I am not content. So that time his Guru Narad Muni came there. So Vyasdev immediately worshipped Sri Narad Muni as per the facility he had. And made him sit. Respectfully, he said, you sit down, Narad Muni, your master said, Master, please sit down. फिर उन्होंने श्री नारद से अपने प्रसन्नता का कारण पूछा. Then he asked Narad Muni that I have written so many scriptures, but I am not feeling happy yet. What is the reason that I am restless? Then Vasudev told that the Narad Muni told Vasudev that actually you are not described Krishna's times. तुमने समस्त शास्त्रों में कर्म कांड और ज्ञान कांड के महात्मा में विशेष रूप से. So they were telling Vasudev that in your scriptures you have written, you especially explained fruitive activities, karma kanda, and pursuit of impersonal knowledge, jnana kanda. But you have not described the glories of Bhagavan Vasudev completely in your books. इसलिए तुम अभी तक भी अतृप्ति अनुभव करते हो. Therefore, till now you experience some distress and lamentation in the heart. So, saying like this, Narad Muni began to explain about his previous life and his activities. He told that पूर्व जन्म में मैं कुछ वेदज्ञ ऋषियों की किसी एक दासी के गर्भ से जन्म ग्रहण किया था. So Narad Muni is explaining his past history. He said in the past, I took for birth from the womb of one maid servant of the sages who are knowledgeable in Vedas. So the Chaturmasya Vrat is beginnings from Varsha Rutu, means the rainy season. The Shravan and Bhadrapad is the rainy season in India. India has six seasons, and there are 2 seasons. There is Varsha Rutu, 2 months of rainy season. That marks the starts of Chaturmasya Vrat. So during that time, I was engaged in service to the great sages. And I also honored the Mahaprasad they had left in their plate. I honored their Mahaprasad. So I also heard the Harikatha spoken by these great sages who had come to my village. इस प्रकार उनके संग के फलस्वरूप शुद्ध चित्त होकर मैंने भगवान श्री नारायण के प्रति अनुराग और दृढ़ भक्ति प्राप्त की. So my heart was cleansed by the association of these great saintly persons. So when my heart was cleansed, I developed attachment for Lord Narayan and very firm faith for Lord Narayan, Bhagwan Shri Narayan. जब चातुर्मास्य की समाप्ति पर वे ऋषिगण वहां से दूर देश को जाने लगे, तब उन्होंने मुझे परम गोपनीय विष्णु दीक्षा और भगवत तत्व ज्ञान प्रदान किया. So after the 4 months of rainy season were over, and I had served them during these 4 months of rainy season, so these great sages were now walking away to far country. So that time before going, these great sages like 4 Kumaras, they gave me very confidential Vishnu mantra diksha, and they also gave me the translated truth of the translated truth also. So काल क्रम से मेरी माता का देहांत होने पर मैं अकेला ही उस स्थान से चल पड़ा. So my mother also passed away. So I left that ashram. Then my mother passed away. I also left that ashram, and I took bath in one water of one river actually. Uh, and I sat underneath a tree, and with one pointed heart, I began to worship meditate on Bhagwan Shri Narayan. So gradually, Sriman Narayan manifested in my heart. किंतु उसी क्षण ही वे अंतरित हो गए. So for a brief moment, Narayan appeared in my heart, and then that very moment he disappeared from my vision. तत्पश्चात उन्होंने कृपा पूर्वक अलक्ष्य रूप में मुझे कहा. Then that time Narayan in hidden form told me, तुम इस जन्म में पुनः मेरे दर्शन प्राप्त नहीं करोगे. So because Narayan appeared before my eyes and then they disappeared. So he told me that in this lifetime you will not be able to attain me. But in this life you should render service to the sadhus. And the next lifetime you will become my eternal associate. उसी समय समय देश देश में सर्वत्र हरिनाम गान करते हुए भ्रमण करने लगा. So from that day onwards, I began to chant Hare Krishna mantra everywhere and began to travel all over India. कल्प के अंत में इस विश्व का संहार कर भगवान के द्वारा एकारण जन्म में शयन करने पर मैं उनके निश्वास सहित उनकी शरीर में प्रविष्ट हुआ. So at the end of the kalpa, the day of Brahma, so Bhagwan destroyed all the demons, and Bhagwan will sleep in the Ekarnava Jala, in the cosmic ocean. And from his exhalation, I think it's Garbhodaksha Vishnu, from his exhalation, I entered into the body of, through his inhalation, I entered into his body. इस प्रकार से हजार युगों के उपरांत सृष्टि करने की इच्छा होने पर जब भगवान निद्रा से उठे तब मैं उनकी इंद्रियों से उत्पन्न हुआ था. So after thousands of millenniums, when Bhagwan got up with a desire for performing creation, that time Bhagwan was sleeping in deep sleep, and I took birth from his limbs again. इस प्रकार अपने वृत्तांत का वर्णन समाप्त कर श्री नारद श्री व्यासदेव से कहा. So explaining the description of his spiritual master, Narad Muni explained to Vyasadeva, आज से तुम श्री हरि की कथाओं का विशेष रूप से कीर्तन करो. Narad Muni told Vyasadeva that from today onwards you should glorify the pastimes of Lord Hari even more diligently. तभी तुम्हारी आत्मा अत्यधिक प्रसन्न होगी. If you discuss the pastimes of Lord Hari, then your soul will be happy. क्योंकि अन्य किसी उपाय से आत्म प्रसन्नता प्राप्त करना असंभव. So it is most impossible to obtain peace of mind without surrendering to the Goshala, and that will help you. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarvesha kripa sindhuvescha pradhanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. We're stopping at page number 5 in the middle. I will send message in a short while to Vishaka Devi and others. Thank you so much. Vanchakalpatarvesha kripa sindhuvescha pradhanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you. Dandavat Param.
Radhe Radhe. So, Anamandru Jayadhani, please. Hare Krishna Devi.
Dandavat Param. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Devi. Radhe Radhe. Dandavat.
Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharva Giridhari Radha Vinod Vyaraji ki jai. Vishnu Par
Jai
Stotra
Jai
Shata Bhakti Vishnu Deity Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Vishnu Par Stotra Shata Shishimad Bhakti Venta Dandi Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitile Stotra Shata Shishimad Bhakti Venta Narayan Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitile Vishnu Par Stotra Shata Shishimad Bhakti Venta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitile Vishnu Par Stotra Shishimad Bhakti Venta Swami Maharaj ki jai. Nitile Vishnu Par Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitile Vishnu Par Stotra Shishila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Nitile Param Bhagavat Pravar Shishir Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Nitile Shishila Sachidananda Bhakti Thakur ki jai. प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सर्वभौम श्री श्री जी महाराज की जय, श्री गौड़िया वेदांत आचार्य श्री श्रीला बलदेव भूषण प्रभु की जय, श्रीला विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर की जय, श्रीला नौतम श्री श्यामानंद प्रभु की, श्री कृष्ण कविराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय, श्री रूप सनातन बात रघुनाथ, श्री जीव गोपाल गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय, श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामदार श्री गौर प्रसाद बिंद की जय, नाम आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री वेटी गदाधर शिवसती गौर भक्त बिंद की जय, शांत द्वीप मायापुर सीमांत द्वीप गोधूम द्वीप कोला द्वीप ऋतु द्वीप जानु द्वीप मोदरा ध्रुम द्वीप रुद्र पद्म काशी नवद्वीप धाम की जय, श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपी गो गोवर्धन श्री वजमंदर की जय, राजकुंड श्यामकुंड गंगा यमुना तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय, श्रीमती विंध्य देवी की जय, श्री पौर्णमासी योगमा की जय, श्री गोपी देव की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र सुदर्शन चक्र जी की जय, श्री क्षेत्र मंदिर की जय, सर्व विघ्न विनाशकाय श्री नरसिंहदेव की जय, भक्ति प्रवासी प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, चार धाम की जय, चार संप्रदाय की जय, चार चार्य की जय, अकर मत राशि चैतन्य मार्ग की जय, श्री केशव जी गौड़िया मत ओत सख मत समूह की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की जय, शारी नाम संकीर्तन की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, साम गाठ भक्त विंद की जय, श्री निताय गौर प्रेमन हरे हरि बोल।
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। जय श्री राम प्रभु की जय, स्तोत्रम की जय, हरे कृष्ण गौतम की जय, हरे कृष्ण हरे बोल।
Sripad Bhaktivedanta Vishnu Daivata Mj ki jai. Vanchika Patilvistya Kripasani Devi Chapati Bhavani Bhyo Vaishnavi. Thank you, Mark, so much for attending. And thank you to everybody for also attending. And we'll see you all tomorrow for Srimad Bhagavatam class. Hare Krishna. Dandavats. Thank you, Mark. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण। धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्ण। हरे बोल।